Tonight, I am going to be reading from my most recent novel, T.A.D, the Angel of Death, which came out of 2019, so not quite a year ago. So it's gonna be fun. I really like this this novel. I'm going to be reading from the prologue, so it'll give you an idea of what is in store for the story. Okay, so here we go. Walking between the past, present, and future. Seeing what I've seen isn't for everyone. One day I can be in San Francisco on October 17th, 1989. On another, well, it was longer than a day, more like half a year. I was in Russia from March through November 1917. That was a busy time. Now, on my favorite day, as tragic as it was, I was at Alpha Base, Mars, on September 21st, 2051. There was so much hope and heroism on Mars that day. I'd go back and relive it any time. When I think about all I've seen, in the grand scheme of the universe, it's not even a blink of an eye. However, what I've been left with is one overlying thought. Humanity is amazing. No matter what happens, humans keep moving forward. Humanity is a joy to witness and be a part of, even in my own small way. Humans here, at this time, aren't much different from the other realities. I've been to 3, actually. They're more, but I'm still pretty new. Anyway, in one, mankind has paranormal creatures living among them. The humans have no clue. But they're there, living and working together. I wonder what would happen if the humans on that world knew about the paranormal creatures among them. Something like that would be up to the fates to decide, of course, which is way over my pay grade. And I doubt I'll find out, but you never know, anything's possible. On another alternate Earth, aliens have arrived, the good kind. That has been an interesting scenario to witness. I'm not sure the humans in that dimension were really ready for aliens, but they didn't have much of a choice. The arches and the fates were working overtime there. And I'll admit, considering how bad it could have been, well, it turned out pretty good for both the humans and the aliens, at least from what I've seen and been told so far. The last reality I've witnessed has none of those things. It's the Earth I'm on right now, the one where my work takes me today. These humans still accomplish great things, but they're alone, at least as far as I know. A loud blare from a taxi cab shifts my focus. I check up the street at all the people and traffic. This is such a busy and noisy place. I don't understand how anything or anyone can think. Another horn blares off in the distance. Oh well. As much as I'd like to, I don't get to spend all my days bouncing between realities. I've heard from my brothers and sisters there is an Earth where magic and dragons exist. That would be pretty neat to see. Maybe another time. Today I have a job to do helping the dead. Unfortunately, I can't always interfere with history, especially if the event is a major convergence point. You know, something like the Black Death or the fall of the Roman Empire, something hugely important to human development. So I can't stop a dictator from rising. I can't keep millions from dying. But I can help those who die cross over and make their journey painless. Sometimes people don't want to leave. And who am I to tell them they have to go? Yes, it's upsetting, because I know the suffering they're going through. If only they would let me, I could help them. But I can't force them. Some think they have unfinished business, and that might be the case, but not for all of them. Those spirits don't want to leave. They don't want to let go. They think staying is better. But it's not. But I let them stay. I will, however, come back and check on the lingering deceased from time to time. All souls eventually come around and let me help them. That's always a nice feeling. To date, I have not lost a single soul. Everyone I'm responsible for gets crossed over. Maybe a little late, but they still get to where they're supposed to go. Not many of my brothers and sisters can make that claim. Maybe that's why I'm able to get away with messing with fate and altering the timeline. The fall morning air brings back so many memories. I wish it could always be like this. It can't, of course. Without the sadness and the pain, humans wouldn't know how to celebrate the happiness and the pleasure. I check the skies. Nothing yet. Sitting on the park bench, I adjust my arms, flexing my wings as a pug trots over and sniffs at my feet. The dog's caregiver tries to tug at the leash to get the pug to move. The man can't see me, which is a great perk of the job. I don't think most people would appreciate or understand my current appearance, but animals do. I reach down and pat her head. I love animals, dogs, cats, you name it. I love them all. Now, working with animals would have been a good job to have. Helping the animals cross over, they never complain. They're always happy to have the attention. I've heard some choose to stay and watch over their caregivers and wait for them. Now that is dedication. Finally, the man comes over and attempts to pick up the pug. He has no clue why she stopped. I wave my hand and she trots off, confusing the man even more. Some of the funniest stuff I ever get to see. I rest my arms across the back of the bench and sigh as I glance up at the twin buildings. I'll be honest. I've played with how many die, who dies, and when. But I have to be careful. I can really screw things up, and I don't want to do that. Fixing reality is no easy task, and they never get it right again. Still, it's hard not to help out. I was created to help. We all were. I've been reprimanded. Well, warned. I could be put on probation or dismissed, and I'm reminded I do help, and I do make a difference, so I should be happy. Leave fate in the hands of others. The arches take care of humans' fate. They ensure what is to happen, happens. It's not up to me. I often wonder if I could be an arch. Really play with fate and decide more than just life and death. Decide when events happen, if they happen at all, who is born when, and how to alter the timeline for the best results. I don't think they have it that tough. They get to write the past, present, and future, and that gives them a lot of flexibility. But there are whispers about how they leave their positions. Some have fallen. The idea just makes me shudder. But sadly, it happens. Not too often. I check the sky again, not seeing anything notable yet. I wonder if the arches are involved today. Maybe. It makes sense. I massage the spot between my back and the base of my wings. I can hear the arches now when they lecture me. You do good work, the arches tell me. Be happy with your job. And for a short time I will be. Then I'll watch something awful happen, like I did today. My wings will tingle all over again. I have to act. I have to change things. I know I'm only supposed to shuttle the dead. That's my job. But sometimes one has to bend the rules to make things right. Humans, you are beautiful and wonderful, so creative. Watching you come to be, I can see why my brothers and sisters were envious. You've got a lot, including free will. However, you didn't get everything. There were counterbalances to your gifts. Limited lifespan, pain, suffering, and worst of all, in my opinion, heartache. That's something I'll never experience. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little jealous. It makes my wings shudder to think about the amount of suffering you go through and cause throughout your short lives, which is why, on a day like today, I bend the rules just a little. Despite this moment of respite, it's been incredibly busy for me. I don't expect praise or thanks because, in truth, it won't come. People are still going to die, some in awful ways. They're going to leave behind families and friends, and there will be so much sorrow, not only for their families, but for the country and the whole world. I wish I could do more for those left behind. But that is a job for my brothers and sisters. I've done what I can. And really, a few lives continuing on won't affect the future. Today, I've made several trains run late. I've even made some people oversleep. I've made mundane matters urgent for those they affect. I made a small group of airplane passengers brave and courageous. In years to come, their daring will still be talked about. Hopefully, I've done enough to make everyone's passing as painless as possible. What I've altered won't stop the events to come, and my tweaks won't help the great many people. But I'm limited. This event is too important, too painful. The ramifications will drive the humans and their future to the next fixed point. Under 3,000 people was my goal, and I did it. So that's something I'm very proud of. I'm getting better at my manipulation of people and events. I glance up at the sky and watch. It's 8:40 a.m. And I've got to cross over just under 3,000 people from 3 different locations. These deaths are so much less than the almost 43,000 it would have been without my interference. And nothing near the amount of almost 500,000 people over the next 2 weeks from a different part of the world that will keep me and my brothers and sisters busier than we care to be. So for the next 2 days, my wings will get a workout. But I'm feeling pretty good. I've saved 540,000 people this time, the most I've saved yet for this event. It's 8:42 a.m. This is going to be my last attempt. I've tried 5 different times, and I can't risk another go. Plus, I think my boss is coming around to my tricks. After today, I won't be able to come back to this date. At least not to change things. But maybe I'll come back to visit. In the distance, there it is. The first plane heading to the first tower. Time to get to work. I flex my wings, stretching them out, enjoying their heaviness before I take to the air. My name is Death, and today is going to be a very busy day. So that is the prologue of T.A.D, the Angel of Death. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Find out more about me and about my other works at www.mdnew.com, or you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Information should be in the links underneath this video. Okay, guys.